which is this article right here about Dragon Age. uh, I know what I said earlier this week, guys. I know it. I get it. I know you're going to say, God dang it, Atreus. I thought we were done with the Dragon Age grift. We were. But when a grift continues to keep grifting, we got the grift, okay? So I wanted to get into this earlier in the week, but I just didn't find the time to do so. This article by Vice. Now, this is, much less about Dragon Age and much more about journalism, gaming journalism, and how unhinged these people are. This was written on election day, by the way. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not like Vice continues this narrative against attacking gamers who obviously the world has indicated that it's more conservative than you would like to believe. So let's go ahead and get into this article. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, wow, where's my soundboard? I don't even have my You Stupid sound, but I do have Big Shirley.
Big Shirley!
Yeah, I'm so glad to have Big Shirley back. Okay, so Dragon Age, the Veilguard, the necessity of games journalism. Okay, I would argue that there is a necessity for games journalism. Just what happened here? Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't loop them. My bad. Okay. You hush. Go to bed. Let me start that again. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and the necessity of games journalism. Okay. I would argue that, yes, James journalism. Take 4, god dang it. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and the necessity of games journalism. And I knocked my take number 5. Please. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and the necessity of games journalism. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and the necessity of games journalism. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and the necessity of games journalism. Do we have it? Do we got it? Got it. All right. This is by Dwayne Jenkins. Dwayne sounds like he likes Big Shirley.
Big Shirley!
He sounds like a black dude who has a big girl fetish. Anyway, let's get into it. So we're going back to the trenches with this one. So it's no secret Dragon Age, the Veilguard is the latest DEI game to be subjected to criticism with zero bearing on the actual game itself. As someone who's actually playing the game, who's actually about to finish the game, that's a bold-faced lie. Because I'm tired and already exhausted myself talking about diversity in games, I'll keep this one mercifully brief. Okay, now the irony of me saying this from a gaming vertical isn't lost on me. Even if I'm the wrong messenger, I can only hope that the message itself is meaningful enough. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not. Okay. Let's imagine a world without video game outlets. No IGN, no Kotaku, no Polygon. They all just poof overnight, gone. No more reviews or insights from games journalists. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that there would be no like losses from that, but I am here to tell you that gamers would just find another way. They would just find another way. We don't need games journalism. What we need is journalists who are actually willing to do their job and do a bipartisan review of the games that they cover instead of having a narrative that they want to push. It's absolutely garbage. Absolutely garbage. Okay? Absolutely terrible. And by the way, I'm actually fucking up here. All right. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I forgot to put this up there. My bad. All right. And then shall I dare put? We'll try it. I mean, we can't help but to try it. Okay. All right. Cool. And also, I just realized, oh my God, I screwed up. I really screwed up this time, didn't I? I did. I really screwed up. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Unfortunately, the single mom. Well, hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me come back. Nope. Give me a second, guys. Oh, your chat box. The chat box isn't even here. We struggle streaming. I'm sorry. We're struggle streaming. Let me fix that. Oh. Well, that makes sense. But where am I put it though? Sorry, guys. This is Nah, I am struggle streaming. I forgot to do this while I was setting up this whole new new look or whatever the case may be. Just absolutely positively struggle streaming. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to worry about that later. Let me get back to this article. Let me get back to this article. At least the chat is back on the screen. All right. We got a super chat from my boy Trelly C. You got to be kidding me. Where's my? Anyway, Trelly C said $5 super chat says just popped in to support the stream, and I see you mispronouncing words. Damn, yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle right now. Let's get back to work. Okay. You know what leaves you with what? What did he say? You know what leaves? Nah, I need y'all to see this. Make sure I ain't tripping. To make sure I am not absolutely positively tripping. You know what leaves you with to gouge how good. Okay, I make. Okay, so you know what that leaves you with to gauge how good a game is. Censoring on Metacritic has gotten completely out of hand. Not a smart move if you want to stay relevant, aka in business, because this whole NWO Great Reset woke psyop has failed. Narratives crumbling, and everybody not bailing out in time will go down with it. This, in case you couldn't tell, is a user review from Metacritic. So basically what he's trying to say is this is like, based on what he put right here, they're talking about censoring. Now, obviously he's trying to insinuate that if there are no more game critics, I'm sorry, if there are no more game journalists, these are all of the review comments that you'll leave. But what this person fails to realize is that you're a moron. While most gamers do not have the articulative vocabulary. What's up, Usagi? Okay. While most gamers do not have the articulate vocabulary to break a video game down piece by piece in the most artistic way, gamers do know what they like and what they don't like. So while yes, there'll be a lot of reviews that don't really make a whole lot of sense or not really relevant to how the game plays, more often than not, user reviews are terribly, terribly accurate. Okay? Dragon Age the Vilgard is a lesson to us all. I want you to really read that review. Let it nestle within your brain for a second. Now, what did you meaningfully glean from that? What information in that excerpt will help you decide whether Velgar is worth your time, that the game has characters of different ethnicities, and that's bad? Well, once again, you're doing what all games journalists do when it comes to the whole anti-woke thing. You are clinging on to the surface level stuff. That's your problem. You are clinging on to the surface level stuff. All you can think about is, anti-woke and gosh, this is distracting. Boy, I didn't think this through, did I? I did not think this through. Let's just put this up here for now, and then we'll come back to it. I did not think that through. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. So he continues, this brand of criticism extends to YouTube, where content creators aren't bound to any kind of journalistic integrity. Wow. That is interesting coming from Vice.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
This can't be coming from the same group of people who very clearly led a slander campaign against game science and Black Myth Wukong based on lies. Based on absolute lies. It can't be anything other than that. You know what? This is not going to work. I need to remove that. Let me just, for right now, we're just going to tuck that away. Sure, a few YouTubers provide thoughtful feedback on the strengths and weaknesses of a game, but some of them couldn't care less about worthwhile, relevant, informed discourse. They don't have to talk about the gameplay, visuals, character, story, pacing, mechanics, or any of the other nuances one looks for in a traditional review for a game. What you fail to realize, you idiot, is that the people who are watching those YouTubers, that's what they're looking for. See, I can go to Skill Up, who's very good at critiquing games. I can go to Angry Joe. I mean, people have been watching his reviews for years. But then at the same time, there are certain things about a game that I want to be informed on, that I want to know about, that those content creators will not speak on. And so I have to go to other content creators to let me know about these things. That's why we're so popular, and you're mad about it because nobody's reading your articles anymore. That's what you're mad about. That's the truth of why you're angry. Okay? That's the truth. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay. All right. Instead, they can turn their camera on and say a game sucks because it has pronouns in it, or features too much diversity, or ruined a franchise by introducing any other sexual orientation that isn't straight, or a gender identity that isn't a man or a woman. There isn't a conversation, a point to it at all, just noise. Get me out of here. It's funny, though, Dragon Age Velgar is getting lambasted for its inclusive elements because it apparently isn't a 10 out of 10 experience. Meanwhile, I don't recall Baldur's Gate 3 getting a whole lot of flack for, oh, wait, never mind. I guess I had a momentary mental lapse, but traditionally, people will excuse all of that gross diversity if the quality is high enough. But true to form, that bar is only clear once perfection is agreed upon. No real-world parallels there at all. So I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, let's go back. I've always said from the conception of this channel, good content does not care about your politics. So if something is good, it doesn't matter how woke it is. It doesn't matter how anti-woke it is. If it's good, people will watch it. People will play it. People will read it, whatever the case may be. When it comes to Boulder Gate, I don't remember there being any sort of woke controversy surrounding Boulder Gate. The only controversy that I remember surrounding Baldur's Gate was that the media was bragging about how you can have butt sex with a bear. That was it.
God damn.
That was it. Outside of that, I don't remember any controversy at all. I really feel like you're making this
It's
up.
stupid.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up.
They lied. They absolutely positively lied. So, the fact that you're doing all of this, and let's continue. The identity politics surrounding this game are absolutely positively influenced on the gameplay, because the entire point of the gameplay of Dragon Age is the dialogue. So when you have a fantasy game about dragons and you have a race of people talking about gender identity in a fantasy game, yes, that is a direct reflection of the gameplay. I'm sorry. Especially when the choice of dialogue in these games don't even have any repercussions on it. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. You're mad. We're happy. We're happy to see the game flop. There are people that are happy that I'm playing it to see it for themselves so that they don't have to go out and spend for it to find out for themselves. You're mad. This is coping and seething at its finest. You know what I'm saying? And if I can just find that that song, where is it? There we go.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you're coping and seething. The
Obvious
truth
coping and
is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard.
Obvious coping.
Coping and seething.
And that's it. Okay. Let's get into what chat talking about. This is why you need a producer. I do need a producer, but I don't get paid enough for that right now. Someone called the grammar police. Nah, for real. They're mad they lost control of the narrative. That's exactly what they're mad about. That's exactly what they're upset about, and they can't stand it. All of their article revolves around that too. Apparently, for journalists, a silver of coherent writing is absolute perfection. Facts. Now, all right. Let's see what we got next.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.